Happy Monday. We got a 10 game slate. Let's talk some more baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we are back to talk some seam after what was a losing weekend. We had won 6 of the last 7 days, and then the weekend hit us. But we'll go over that recap in just a little bit. As you guys know, it's been a half unit for every single bet so far. We will be raising that a little bit here coming pretty soon as we get more data. But quick reminder, first of all, there's no NBA at all on Monday. The play-in tourney starts on Tuesday, and we, of course, will be back for that after we just went 2-1 on Sunday. So, as we always do, we got to start out with Outlier because you guys know any graphics you see in this video or future videos are from Outlier, the best betting research tool on the market. I use it every single day. All you got to do is if you want to try it out, click that link below in the description. You get a 7-day free trial. So, let's get into this 10-game slate. That means we got to start with an MLB fun fact. So, here we go. This is a long time ago. Christy Mathewson, if you guys have heard of him, he was a pitcher, pitched 3 complete game shutouts in the 1905 World Series. I just missed that one. Bonus, in 1908, he threw 390 innings, setting a modern NL era record with 37 wins. He had 34 complete games out of 44 starts. That stuff doesn't even happen. I mean, if you hit 200 innings now, you are amazing, but 390, that's crazy. Anyways, in this video, we're going to recap that weekend, and then we're going to talk good and bad hitter matchups, and then, of course, go over the full pitcher report, and we'll end it with the best bets and the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Come join this awesome community. Also, click that Discord link. Completely free to join. Almost 5,000 people in it. We are talking sports and bets all day, every day. So anyways, that's what we got. Let's get it started, and that means it's recap time. All right, here it is, the recap. It was a losing weekend after we won 6 of the previous 7 days, and then baseball just absolutely got us. Mitch Parker, easy winner there. Angels team total over 3.5. They ended on 3. They had a chance to get 1 hit and we win, but they did not. The bet number 3 is one of the worst bets of the day, of the weekend, whatever. Singer didn't get it done, and Davis Martin again. He got the win this time. I mean, it was unbelievable. Those juice reducers of no win, I think I'm done with those. That's for sure, but either way, Singer didn't get it done anyways. Machado and Lindor, 1+ hit each. Lindor didn't get the job done. Aaron Judge over 1.5 HRRs. How about 2 walks and a rain delay? And then it got postponed after 6 innings, or just considered final. I mean, nothing we can do there. And then the under in Chicago, LA, that was easy as 0-0 after 5 innings. Saturday, Witt and Edwards, 1+ hit each. Witt gets the job done in the 9th inning, I believe it was for us. Lorenzen, another outs prop that cashes for us. Sandy Alcantara hurt. He already gave up a walk, a hit, and almost a home run. He was at like 90 pitches, should have gotten taken out. Instead, they don't. He gives up one more single for the 5th hit and then gets taken out. Just, that's the kind of weekend it was, guys. And then Luis Ortiz was the awful read of the year. Although I will say, if you watch the game, the umpire was giving 15 inches out, or 15 feet, it seemed like, on the outside corner. And he had never had more than like 6 in a career. He had 10. It was, no words to explain it. Dodgers team total over 4.5. Terrible added play. They got shut out. They scored 0. That's right, against Ben Brown. But anyways, then we moved to Sunday. Machado and Adley, 1+ hit. They got the job done. But they both got it done in their very last at bat with a double. It was stressful. And then Gilbert and Gore, we added that this morning. Both got the job done pretty easily. Reagan's under 6.5 Ks. Again, my under Ks were terrible reads. He got 10. My 2 under Ks, Luis Ortiz and Reagan's, both got 10. The Guardians all of a sudden couldn't figure him out this one time. SWR of 1.5 walks. We just dipped our toes in the walks, and he had 0. Just 0. He actually threw ball 4 one time, but it hit the batter. So it wasn't a hit by pitch. And then he got taken out 78 pitches in, after he threw 100. It is what it is. He wasn't going to go over. So there's the weekend recap. Thanks for letting me rant and just talk about it. But again, as you can tell, there's some bad reads, bad luck, things like that. But half unit plays, all of them. So now we go from up 1.11 units to down 0.95 units. So not a terrible loss. But like I said, we'll be mixing in some 1-unit plays here shortly. But as you can see, I'm pretty much even on every category. So I'm not sure that helps you much, but that's where we're at so far. And that is the weekend bets recap. And now let's talk some hitters. All right, we got 5 good hitter matchups for you today, starting out with Mr. Jose Altuve, 12 for 35 with an extra base hit versus Sonny Gray. Then Jason Hayward, Mookie Betts, how about 9 for 20 with 2 bombs off of Senzatella? And then Paul Goldie Goldschmidt, 7 for 11 with 2 bombs off Seth Lugo. Then you see Jose Iglesias there, 6 for 11. Kyle Tucker, 4 for 10. And then you go down the list: Enrique Hernandez, Gavin Sheets, and then Alex Bregman, 5 for 7, 3 extra base hits and a home run versus Shane Baz, however you want to pronounce it. So that's what we got for the hitter matchups. Now, other good hitter matchups. Now let's take a look at the bad hitter matchups, starting with Max Muncy, 4 for 24 with 4 Ks. You go down the list. Ian Happ, 1 for 18 with 9 Ks off cease. That is not good. And then getting jiggy with it is 2 for 16 with 3 Ks. Freddie Freeman. So you see some Dodgers here. That's 3 of the first 4 Dodger hitters. Freeman, 2 for 15 with 2 Ks. Senzatella is not a great pitcher, so I'm kind of surprised to see Freeman struggling against it. But Lamont Wade, 5 Ks against Taijuan Walker. Wilmer Flores, his teammate. And then Jazz Chisholm, who's been struggling this year. Let's face it, he had a decent first series of the year, and he's really struggled. He's also struggled against Lugo, 1 for 11 with 5 Ks. So that's what we got for the good and bad hitter matchups. Now let's take a look at the pitcher report. All right, we start out with the first 5 matchups, and Lord Skeens up there. Oh, no, that's not how it's Lord versus Skeens, I guess. But big pitching advantage, obviously, for the Pirates. All these numbers now are this season. We decided to start it this year. We still have the averages on the bottom being last year's averages, just to kind of give you a much bigger sample size about what is average and all that. But Skeens, 3.44 ERA, a little high for him, obviously, but still a high K rate, a low walk rate. He still looked good, only 5.9 hits per 9. And then Roop versus Taijuan Walker. Roop or Raup or whatever you say it, 12 Ks in 10 innings. He's thrown 81 and 83 pitches so far. You see Taijuan Walker, a 0.00 ERA. That is not even close to what he is. As you can see, a 3.5 expected ERA. He's given up some hits, but he will give up some runs here shortly, that's for sure. And then Tanner Houck versus Shane Baz. Houck has actually been a little unlucky. As you can see, 4.41 ERA, but a 2.45 expected ERA. I mean, some of that is a 3.10 BABIP he's given up, which is batting average on balls in play. But his Ks are down, so he has looked a little off. He has 8 Ks in 16.1 innings. That's pretty bad, as you can see, for the 18.6% K rate. And then Seth Lugo versus Carrasco Tabasco. Seth Lugo, his Ks are down a little bit, and his walks are up compared to last year. But again, small sample size, only 16.2 innings so far. Carrasco, we know, I mean, he's an older pitcher who's just trying to make a team, make a roster, fill in for injuries, things like that. 7.71 ERA, it's just not pretty. And then Grant Holmes going up against Easton Lucas. Lucas has actually been good. The young pitcher, giving up only 4 hits in 10.1 innings. Again, a very small sample size. He does have 11 Ks, though. Those were against Boston and the Washington Nationals. So that's page 1. Take a screenshot. Now let's take a look at page 2. And we start out with Mr. Clay Holmes, a different Holmes, the guy who was going from reliever last year to becoming a starter. So far, it's been pretty decent. 4, 6, and 10 Ks in the 3 starts as a starter. 2 of them were against Miami, though. That was 6 and 10 Ks. And then you got Joe Ryan. As you can see, a 0.0% walk rate. He has not walked anybody. He has great command. 2 great starts versus the Royals and St. Louis, where he pitched 12 innings, 7 hits, and only 1 earned run. And they had 1 bad one versus Houston. If you guys remember that, we took the under in the first 5 innings, and then they just gave up a ton of runs. And then we got Tariq Skubal, the reigning Cy Young Award winner. Ks are a little bit down this year. He had a 30.3% K rate last year. Now it's only 23.2. He's had 2, 8, and 6 Ks, but again, he still looked pretty good. And then going up against Tyler Alexander, and then Framber Valdez. He's another guy who's been a little hit and miss, but when he's on, he's hard to hit. 2 great starts and 1 bad one. And the 2 great starts, how about 0 earned runs, 6 hits in 13 innings versus Seattle and the Mets, and then 5 earned runs versus the Giants. So again, still early in the season, you're seeing 2, 3, 4 starts for these guys where they have a really good start, really bad start, as it starts to hopefully even out a little bit. And then Jameson Taillon has been terrible for the Cubs. And speaking of the Cubs, unfortunate news, losing Justin Steele for the entire season as well. But Jameson Taillon, he has given up 18 hits and 11 earned runs in 16.1 innings. That is not good. And speaking of not good, that was Dylan Cease's last start. The guy he's facing, obliterated in his last start against the Athletics. 9 hits, 9 earned runs in 4 innings. He did pitch pretty well before that, but here's the crazy part, guys. We go down to the bottom. Senzatella, we talked about a little earlier. He has given up an insane 27 hits in 14 innings. I mean, he's practically going out there in every inning, giving up a couple hits. That's pretty crazy. Facing Dustin May, we took his over Ks and he couldn't strike out anybody. He only had 1 K after back-to-back 6K starts, but he's actually only given up 5 hits in 16 innings. So May, 5 hits in 16, and then Senzatella 27-14. We can tell by the hits per 9 there who's been pitching better, that's for sure. But anyways, I just want to go through every pitcher just to kind of give you some info, because obviously these all are still small sample sizes, and hopefully that can kind of just help you out with your day and your betting. But That's what we got for the betting research. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, before we get to this best bets, I just want to let you guys know I forgot to mention it in the intro. We will be having some hitters I like today segment right after these best bets. Just want to let you know we did it last year also, so we're going to start that today. So this first one takes us out to Steinbrenner Field where the Rays host the Boston Red Sox. Rays money line -120, Red Sox on the money line +100 with a total of 8.5 runs. I got a pitcher prop. Give me Shane Baz over 17.5 outs recorded at -120 on DraftKings here. And it's going to be a half unit play here still. But we need him to go 6 innings. Hash brown math. So let's talk Mr. Baz first. As you can see by this outlier screenshot, he's over this line in both starts this season, going 18 and 21 outs versus Pittsburgh and the Angels. Pittsburgh, obviously bad offense. Angels have actually been hitting the ball pretty well this year. He threw exactly 96 pitches in both starts. So, I mean, we've got a pretty good idea where he's going to be when it comes to pitch count. In games where he threw 85 or more pitches last season, he was over this line in 7 of 8 games. So far this year in the 2 games, he's allowed 7 base runners in both. Pretty impressive considering his whip is 1.08. Obviously, this is important. Less base runners, less pitch count. You can be more effective. He had 7 hits, 0 walks in one start, and then gave up 3 hits and 4 walks in his last start. Hopefully, we are not getting the 4 walks here, but still 7 base runners. But I expect better command from him. He has 16 Ks in 13 innings this year. So, I mean, if you watch him pitch, he's got some good swing and miss stuff still. And his matchup is the Red Sox. Now, Boston's got off to a little bit of a slow start this year versus righties this year. 12th lowest walk rate, 14th on base percentage, 19th best WRC plus. Just an average offense overall, to be honest with you. But here's also what I like. Boston has swung at the first pitch at the 3rd highest rate in the MLB, 35.6%. Again, that could lead to some quick outs. Obviously, if every first pitch swing is going to be a hit, that doesn't help much. But in general, this is what you like to see. The last 5 righties to face Boston, 4 of those 5 went over this line. And only under was Chris Bassett Hound right at 5.2 innings. So, I mean, we're talking right on the hook. And the other 4 righties that went over, Shane Smith, 6 innings. Davis Martin, 6 innings. Kevin Gausman, 8 innings. Jose Barrios, 7 innings. I think Baz has as good as stuff, at least as better stuff than Shane Smith and Davis Martin, but he's right up there with Gausman and Barrios. I don't see why he can't get this done. Boston has 24 hits and 32.2 innings versus these right-handed starters. And then dating back to last year, Baz is now over this line in 6 of his last 8 home games. Now, I know his home stadium was a little different. They had to move to Steinbrenner Field. But either way, he likes staying home. He likes his home cooking. So give me Shane the Boston Killer over 17.5 outs recorded as my first best bet. All right, this next one takes us out to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where the Brewers host the Detroit Tigers. Tigers on the money line -170, Brewers on the money line +142 with a total of 7 runs. It's a simple read here for me. Doesn't mean it's a win. It's just a simple read. Give me the Tigers -0.5 a run in the first 5 innings, -115 on DraftKings. Again, a half unit play for me. What this means is I need the Tigers to be ahead after 5 innings. Simple as that. If they are tied, this is a loss. It's Tariq Skubal versus Tyler Alexander. Let's talk Skubal real quick. You guys get it. He won the Cy Young Award last year. Ks have dipped a little bit, but all other metrics are saying he's not lost anything. He's still looked good. Still a top 3 starting pitcher in this league. I don't think we've seen the best version of him yet this year. Still getting the same whiff rate, chase rate, all that kind of stuff that you look for. And then Tyler Alexander. He's been decent so far, but he's not someone to worry about, guys. He has 12 Ks in 12.2 innings, 7 walks, has bad command. This guy's been around for a while. We know what we're going to get for him. He has a career ERA of 4.5. Last year, he had a 5.1 ERA in 107.2 innings. Gives up a lot of fly balls, a lot of home runs. He's nothing special, that's for sure. But offenses, both have been right around average versus lefties this season. Skubal happens to obviously be much better than Alexander. So if you're looking at a wash on offenses, you have a much better starting pitcher. But Tigers, 15th best WRC plus. Brewers are 19th. Same on base percentage and a lot of the other stats. So overall, we're getting -115 for, let's just say, a wash of offenses right here. Obviously, that's not how it works. And we got Tariq Skubal versus Tyler Alexander. Sign me up to have the lead after 5 innings. If Skubal brings his A game, I don't see Milwaukee scoring maybe more than 1 run here. So give me the Tigers -0.5 a run in the first 5 innings. That is going to be my second best bet. I will have added plays in the morning, so be sure to check the pinned comments on X and on Discord. But of course, before we get out of here, let's check some hitters. All right, some of you guys were asking if these were coming back this year, and right now they are here. That's right. So I'm going to talk 3 hitters that I like today, And this doesn't mean go bet them in a hit parlay or HRs or whatever. I'm just trying to give you as much info, and you can kind of do what you want. Maybe some people take this and bet their over bases. Maybe it's over hits, runs, and RBIs, or to hit parlay, or maybe you don't like it at all. But either way, here's 3 hitters I like after going through the slate. Young-Hoo Lee, I think that's how you pronounce it, guys. He's on the San Francisco Giants. He's hitting 333 this year. If you don't know, he's having a good year. 3 bombs in the last 3 games, 1+ hit in 12 of 13 games this year. Facing Taijuan Walker, who gives up a ton of hits. He gave up a 294 average to lefties last season. This man is on a roll. Possible hit parlay leg. Obviously, he has 1+ hit in 12 of 13, or over 1.5 HRRs. That line probably moved with the way he's swinging, but he has 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs in 11 of 14 games, 3+ HRRs in 8 of 14 games. Again, like the matchup, like the way he's swinging it. Second one, Paul Goldie Goldschmidt. That's right. He's found some of his old form so far this year, hitting 358 this season, 1+ hit in 8 of his last 9 games. You'd love to see that. He had a little slow start in the first series of the year, but now he's picking it up. He also has 2+ hits, runs, and RBIs in 5 of his last 6 games. And he happens to be facing Seth Lugo. Did you guys happen to mention or see what he is on a good hitter matchup? How about an insane 7 for 11 with 2 bombs off of Seth Lugo? I like Goldie here at home. And then the third one, Mookie. That's right. Mookie Betts had a rough start to the season, obviously, with the sickness and everything else, but he's back to playing like himself. He has 1+ hit now in 7 of his last 8 games. He is facing Senzatella. You saw this earlier. He is an incredible 9 for 20 off Senzatella with 4 extra base hits with 2 home runs. Mookie's hitting 324 in 37 plate appearances so far versus righties. Small sample size. We know Mookie can hit. He's done his whole career, Hall of Fame type hitter. So I like Mookie as a possible hit parlay or whatever it is. Paul Goldschmidt and Young-Hoo Lee, I think is how you say it. So anyways, leave a comment below. Let me know if you guys like these ideas or at least like the hitter ideas that I give at the end of the videos to help you out with your own bets as well. But that's what I got for you so far for the Monday slate. And before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there they are, the 2 best bets so far. Give me Shane Baz over 17.5 outs recorded, -120 on DraftKings for half unit, and the Tigers -0.5 run in the first 5 innings, -115 for a half unit as well. If you just fast forward to this, we gave a lot of research help, good hitter matchups, and also 3 hitters I really like today as well. But thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate the support. Hopefully we can get on a nice little hot streak again this week. But if you haven't already, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. Hope you have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.